Hi friends, how are you? It's me Matheus and this is my channel Mochila Viajante. Well, you might be asking why I am speaking English. Today I'm gonna talk about how I learned English and I thought you would be interested if I talk about it in English with you. I'm gonna talk how I studied for 7 years and a half, I know it's too long, and why I took so long to learn this language. And I'm gonna tell you the biggest mistake I made so you won't make it when you learn English or another language you want to. In 2012, I got a scholarship in a traditional school of English here in my city, Belo Horizonte. And basically, the course consisted in classes. Each class, each class had about 1 hour, and I had 2 classes a week. So I went there Monday, on Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursdays. Sometimes I went there once a week for 2 hours on Fridays. Okay. So the course consisted basically in following a book, and in this book we had activities, for example, vocabulary, grammar, listening, reading, and writing. My first biggest mistake was that I didn't have a daily contact with the language. My only contact with English was in classes. But this was totally wrong because, as you might know, and I mentioned a few times here in my channel, you have to study for at least 30 minutes a day or 20 minutes. It's on you, but it's important to you to have a contact with the language every day. And well, the second biggest mistake that I made is that I was completely uncomfortable about watching videos and not understanding everything. But that's extremely bad because when you are learning a language, you have to get in touch. Even if you don't understand, you just have to think about the process of a child who's learning a new language. When you are little, you don't understand, but you keep getting in touch with what you listen, and a few years later you're speaking more like every person that you've seen in your life. The third biggest mistake that I made was I wasn't really interested in culture of English speaker countries because at that time I didn't like too much the United States, but later I discovered in other countries that I could be interested in. So I realized that any specific culture is minor when compared to a language. For example, Portuguese. There are several countries that speak Portuguese, like Brazil, Portugal, Mozambique, Angola, Cabo Verde. And basically you don't have to focus on any specific country. If you don't like some, you have to go for another. Okay. And well, I've been reading some researchers, and I discovered that simple language like English, Spanish, Portuguese, and French, you have to study for about 700 hours so you can achieve a very good level of the language. I'm not saying that, like, if you study less than this you won't know it, but 700 hours is like enough so you can go to a country, so you can understand intermediate to advanced content. And well, and I realized that studying for 7 years and a half, 2 hours a week, I got those 700 hours, so I achieved the level I have today. But if I have studied more than those 2 hours a week, 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week, I would have 900 more hours of English. So probably I would have so much better level today than I could be. Okay. And just to compare, to achieve the level I have in French today, I study less than 6 months, and I probably study the same time in 3 years in English. So it's a huge difference when you compare 3 years and 6 months. I'm not saying that I shouldn't have studied at that time because I'm very grateful for the scholarship that I got. I'm very grateful about it, but I should have studied more so I would know more. And today I would have more than 1600 hours of English, so probably I would know more and know better. So basically was that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give your thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone you think might be interested in it. Ok, quem mais que eu falo, velho? Tá, acho que é só isso.